Education shapes our future. It builds critical thinking and opens doors to new possibilities. In Kazakhstan, education is highly respected, but still, many young people choose to leave. Thousands of students pack their bags every year, say goodbye to their families, and leave in search of something more: better education, more opportunity, and quite often a future they feel they can't achieve at home. According to the Quality Kazakhstan portal, over 91,000 Kazakhstan students study abroad. For many Kazakhstan students, studying abroad isn't just a dream, it's a decision based on logic, ambition, and the desire for something more. While Kazakhstan offers education, it often falls short of the quality and professional opportunities provided by leading international institutions. There are 6 key reasons: high-quality education, prestige of Western diplomas, career opportunities, language learning, travel and cultural experience.
Труда назрела большая проблема. Мало того, что в стране не хватает специалистов среднего звена, это водители, санитарки, бухгалтеры, так еще и работодатели не хотят платить достойную зарплату. В итоге люди с образованием, с большим опытом устраиваются хоть куда-нибудь, лишь бы не сидеть без денег.
It's time to talk about the future of Kazakhstan and how we can bring our future leaders back.
To back up our arguments, we carried out both qualitative and quantitative research. Interviewed students who have studied abroad, spoke with the professor from Kimop University, namely Mani Pavlian, and also ran a survey among people who have experience studying in other countries. One of the biggest reasons why students choose to leave is employment. Studying abroad opens up access to global job markets, internships, and professional networks. It gives them a competitive edge that's hard to find at home. Many of our interviewees mentioned that Kazakhstan's job market often lacks opportunities that match their skills, qualifications, and education. Madi, one of our students we spoke to, said that low salaries and poor working conditions are key reasons why young people prefer to look for jobs abroad. Another major factor is education quality. Universities in the US, UK, Canada, and Europe offer advanced programs and better research facilities, and also degrees that are more aligned with global standards. This gives students a real advantage in their future careers, and it's not just about the academics. Living in a country with higher standards of living means better healthcare, safety, and overall better quality of life. Asojan, another our interviewee, pointed out that both the level of education and lifestyle abroad played a huge role in their decision to leave. All of this shows that unless Kazakhstan makes real changes like improving job prospects, raising education standards, and creating a better quality of life, then more young people will continue to go abroad and fewer will come back. That's a long-term challenge for the country's development and our nation.
Finally, we consulted expert Mani Puyan, who gave us valuable insights into both challenges and possible solutions related to brain drain in Kazakhstan. He explained that while many CIS countries struggle with this issue, Kazakhstan's situation is relatively stable. This is mainly due to its natural resources, strong human capital, and the economic foundation inherited from Soviet Union. However, to maintain and strengthen this stability, Kazakhstan must manage its resources wisely, develop its human capital, and support sustainable economic growth. Despite having a highly educated population, the country still faces major obstacles, such as bureaucratic inefficiency and corruption, which often push talented professionals to move abroad in search of better opportunities. Another issue is the country's heavy dependence on oil exports. This limits job opportunities in innovative sectors and prevents diversification of the economy. As a result, the short-term impact is a lack of skilled professionals in key industries, while the long-term effect is slower economic growth and less return on public investments in education. To address this, Poyon recommends several key strategies: reforming the bureaucracy, fighting corruption, fully transitioning to a market economy by learning from countries like Uzbekistan and Georgia, investing in competitive and innovative industries, and reducing the country's reliance on oil exports.
In order to support our words, we conducted research, quantitative and we made 10 questions for 10 people regarding our topic. So firstly, we asked whether brain drain is a serious issue in Kazakhstan, and it is, as diagram number 1 is showing, that according to 8 people such a problem is quite serious, but 2 of them, the 10 respondents, said that they were not sure. It is important to note that no one of the respondents said that this issue is not serious. The second question was about people's occupation, and as it's shown in the diagram number 2, 80% of them students, 1 of them employed abroad, and 1 of them unemployed. Moving on, where you choose to study. Most of them studying in Europe, 40%, 30%, 40%. 30% of them studying in Asia, and another 30% are studying in South or North America. What was the main factor for you to leave the country? Half of them said good quality of education abroad, and half of them said career perspectives. What factors would encourage you to stay in Kazakhstan instead of leaving? The most one was the better job opportunities, second, higher salaries, third is improved education research funding, and last is political and economic stability. How important are the following factors in your decision to leave Kazakhstan? So again, the first one is low salaries, second, job prospects, high corruption level, unequal treatment, and etc. Another important questions: will you return back after graduation? Let's know that 70% said no, 20% doubting and choose maybe, and only 1 said yes. And the last one, how likely do you think Kazakhstan is to reverse brain drain in the next 10 years? 60% choose unlikely, 30% insist on somewhat likely, and only 1 guy choose very likely.
So to wrap things up, this study looked at why more and more young people in Kazakhstan are choosing to study abroad, especially over the past 5 years. Through the surveys and interviews, we tried to understand what's teaching them and what's pushing them to leave, and what might help them here. What we found that it's mostly about the better career opportunities, the higher quality and education, and over the better standard of living. So many students are drawn to European or American universities because they offer more promising future, something that Kazakhstan jobs market often struggles to provide them. On top of that, things like better healthcare or job opportunities, the better healthcare and self environments, and more efficient systems in other countries make staying abroad even more appealing. So at home, the problems like corruption and heavy dependencies on oil exports are making it harder for young people to see a future of them, especially in more innovative or modern sectors. In Kazakhstan, wants to keep its young talent and stop the brain drain. Real changes are needed. This means that the job, stronger education, and of course the less corruption and diverse economy. Only then we can create an environment where the young people feel themselves have a future worth staying.